Welcome, everybody. It is a cold, brisk afternoon, and I'm going to finish up the story of my first musical. I'm changing it up a bit. I have a bottled drink instead of a glass. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a story from my weird life. Now, I was telling you about how opening night went decent. Well, prior to that, I was talking about the rehearsals and stuff. And there was this one person that joined the band that no one's ever going to forget. And everybody's going to know who I'm talking about. That was in the play that watches this video. He basically became a walking meme. His name was, I guess, I can't say his actual name. Screw it, I'm going to say it. Randy. His name was Randy. He was the guitar player for the band. Or was it the bassist? I can't remember. But he had a weird obsession with the key note E minor. Now, everything would have been fine with Randy if it wasn't for the way he was presented to us. Now, I'm going to tell you from my perspective how I met Randy, not how a director did, because, well, I only saw this guy after he got hired. So, I'm walking downtown. I'm probably, I think it was one of the days where I was kicking it with Connor. And we're chilling around, we're screwing off downtown until rehearsal starts. And we go in, and we see this dude in, his mid-50s who looks like a drunk, homeless man. And I was like, who's this guy? And he's sitting there singing along to the songs, playing, the guitar and stuff. And I'm just like, oh. So we're going to have to work with this dude. Maybe he's not that bad. Well, hell, was that an understatement? So, this dude had a weird obsession. Now, in the show, there's these call-outs. When someone on stage says something, the audience says something back. So, during rehearsal, every time they played Sweet Transvestite, there's a certain line, and there's a callback to it. It's, I'll remove the cause, and the crowd goes, what about the symptom? But every rehearsal, until opening night, and really annoyed Hayden, was he would say, I removed the cause, and then Randy would be all the way up in the balcony, and he'll scream, what about the symptom? And Hayden would get so furious about it. He wouldn't mind if the crowd would say it, but it's Randy that says it. No one's there, it's rehearsal, everyone's tired and exhausted, and then you have Mr. McCafe, let me buy everybody an adult beverage, yelling, what about the symptom? He had a strange habit of inviting everyone to the Manhattan Social. He would be like, let's go get some adult beverages. And he always talked like he was in slow motion. You wish there was a fast forward button on this dude. But he gave off weird vibes to everybody. He was really uncomfortable. And it was just one of those people. Well, one night before one of the shows, I can't remember if it was a show or it was Tech Week, but he was like, hey, Hayden, get me and James go get him a cafe right before he start playing. It was 3 minutes until it started. And he's like, no. So, that was one of our main driven annoyances of, the rehearsals. One time I had a bag of Sour Patch Kids, alright? I always bring a snack or a drink to rehearsals or shows for backstage because, I like to nurse on something after Act 1. I had this giant bag of Sour Patch Kids because I love Sour Patch Kids, right? He comes over, he's like, oh, hey, can I have a few? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I thought he was going to ask me to give him a handful or he was going to pour the bag into his hand or something. No, this guy savagely takes his hand and fingers the whole bag and molests my bag of Sour Patch Kids. And I gave him the stare of a thousand burning sunlights. I was so mad. This dude just fingered the whole bag of Sour Patch Kids. I was wanting to eat backstage, and he ruined that. He ruined it. And my friend looked at me like, oh no. Still remember to this day, man. I paid $5 for that bag, and I had to eat it still. But God knows where his hands was. But we basically chopped him up as a stereotypical creep. You know, it's that something was not right about him, but we had to live with it. So altogether, that was my first play experience. Like, was it a great experience? Yeah, I cried at the end. On the last show, I went backstage and I sobbed like a girl because I worked so hard and I did something good. You create a family out of the cast. And I guess the overwhelming message of it is enjoy what you do. Seriously, I'm going to make a toast right here. Enjoy what you do and keep doing it if it makes you feel like you belong in this world. Cheers.